Classico that everybody hates. Gaimin Gladiators versus Team Liquid. I know all of you have been waiting for this matchup, anticipating it, because we all love watching these two teams battle against each other. It's always a great time. Avery, I know you in particular love both these teams. Love watching them play. Love watching, love casting them in finals.
Yeah, Austin, you know that feeling when you're a kid and every year you wake up and there's presents under the tree and it's Christmas. Santa leaves them for you. And then one year you wake up and there's nothing. There's an eviction notice.
Oh, no.
And they tell you Santa's not real. Well, that's the same feeling I get every time I have to cast Gaimin Gladiators versus Liquid. But it is a Classico.
It is a classic.
For a reason. And I do enjoy it in that aspect, you know?
It's not getting any Oscars, but it did win the Razzie.
Exactly. Who knows what's going to happen? I feel like both teams could lose.
First blood goes to Mickey. And maybe another one?
Shackle. That was aggressive blade strike.
Yeah, Tofu goes in for it.
Who's going on who here, man?
I think it's Liquid going on
also,
Gaimin Gladiators.
Can we talk about the support duo for Liquid in this game?
Shadow Shaman Oracle?
Yeah.
What about it?
I mean,
there's something wrong with it?
I think in theory it's fine, but there's also another theory that this is like the squishiest backline support duo of all time.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's the two supports that want to get jumped the least in the history of Dota. The second either of these supports gets jumped, you're just panic. You're in full panic mode. Like, get me out! I gotta throw spells on myself and duck into the trees.
Hold on, guys. There's a Monkey King bug. Quinn wants Valve to know.
Oh, that one's been in the game forever. That's been
exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! All right. In Shadow Shaman's defense, Shadow Shaman, I think, is not. Like, he's definitely still a hero that does not want to get jumped, but he is way more durable now with his foul.
I'm not arguing you can't survive when you get... I'm not arguing how good you are when you get jumped. I'm saying in no circumstance do either of these supports want to be jumped by anything. They would always prefer to have distance and a front line.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
I mean, they do have a lot of front line.
That's true. They have Bristle, they have Shaker, and they have Monkey.
So when you're talking about...
I don't have an issue with the draft.
In theory, draft-wise, it makes sense. Yes. But execution-wise, it might go terrible.
Aggressive cluster cluck. You don't see that every day.
I don't... What? It's not like he chose to activate his foul play. It just goes off because he was going to die.
Man, that top lane's going well for them. 2 CS for the Shaman. First blood for the Monkey. What you like to see? What you like to see?
The Shaman.
He's got more than Doom.
Why does he have any CS?
It's Shadow Shaman.
That's weird.
You have big base damage.
Okay.
They also swapped the support lanes. They put this Insania Oracle in the off lane, which is also interesting, right?
Because the Batrider matchup, right?
Sure. But we still don't see teams do this a lot, honestly. But it's an Oracle, so you got to give it to Insania or he kicks you from the team. And
no, that's not true. Boxy has played it before.
Yeah?
Yeah, they did like Tree Oracle.
He almost got kicked. I remember that game. Did not go well.
Can't risk it.
Insania sabotaged the hell out of him that game. But it's your boy Cardell at the top, leading the pack. And that's kind of the name of the game for Gaimin. So, okay, so the whole point I was bringing all of this up before you derailed me was,
sorry.
On the side of Liquid, you have these two supports who don't want to get jumped.
Hold up, Avery. They're going on top lane right now. Blood Grenade goes out. Tofu in some trouble. Has a Fairy Fire. That's all he's got, though, and it is not enough to survive through the damage of both the Monkey King. And they're actually going to go for even more here. Got the Shackles onto Ace. Do they go for the dive? They do. Tries to plant a tree to block it. Doesn't work out. Boxy with a little bit of body blocking secures himself a solo lane. Meanwhile, they get the kill on bottom as well.
More chaotic action. Some of these games have just been all over the place, dude.
Sorry, continue your point that you were trying to get to before I derailed you.
Liquid have two supports that don't want to get jumped. I think we've established that.
Yeah.
They have 3 frontliners. And then Gaimin have a sniper.
Oh, that Nice
doesn't
deny. Oh, Shackle's going off.
I'm done.
A little bit of a pull action. Keep going, Avery. Keep going.
Nobody cares anymore.
You know, it's funny.
Nobody cares.
I read a comment recently about how I interrupt my co-caster all the time.
Did you? Do you remember the name that wrote that comment, Austin?
It was at SVG Dota.
Yeah, maybe it was. It's really interesting.
All right, well, the safe lane may be going great for Liquid, but this...
Oh, we didn't get him. Oh, he did get him.
He did get him. He got him. He got him. It's damage over time.
Damn.
Works its way through. Malady secures
How did
it.
they double kill him down here with the Dragon Knight Bat Rider?
Yeah.
You know, I'm just gonna say it, man.
Okay, say it.
Something is wrong in that Saberlight lane for this team.
Yeah.
Something just goes wrong in this lane every game. I don't know what it is. If they can fix that, I think their win rate would go up by like 10%.
Yeah, Boxy and Saberlight are not on the same page, it feels like.
I mean, apparently Insania and Saberlight also aren't on the same
that's
page.
True, I forgot.
So, I don't know
It's not
who is
getting
on the
any
same
better.
page with this guy.
Oh, no.
Oh, nice little chicken. Stick. Turn around.
Use it. Get away. Shackles underneath the tower. Not good for Ace. He's going to take far too much damage from here on out. He
got baited by the Shaman.
Yep.
That was a Lotus heal, I think. Man. This is... What is happening in the games we're casting today? It feels like the early games have no structure to them. It's just a free-for-all. Just people going for crazy kills. Not reading the regen. We have an Oracle stacking. Like, I don't even know what's going on, man.
What was your point about the supports?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. It must not have been that good of a point.
It really wasn't. It was never meant to be.
Man, Mickey is just dominating this lane.
Yeah, this monkey is fat. Real fat. Does not show in the CS, but it shows in the net worth right now. He is up there. God damn.
Quinn's doing pretty well for himself. 34 and 10. He's got 10 denies. Nisha's not bad CS. He's still got 30 CS.
I mean, this is a very one-sided matchup. There's no, unlike the Shaker Huskar where you can kind of ult him later, you're not gap closing sniper.
Jumping onto Mickey with Malady joining in. And no support in sight.
That's a big one. That's a big rotation. Really nice heads up play because that's the highest net worth hero on the map. So you take him out, you really handicap Liquid's early game here. As the stacking continues from Insania. So at some point this will go into the Bristleback, you hope. And you'll get all that XP and gold back. But it's a big pinata sitting there right now. And I mean, you can take some of these stacks with the Gaimin heroes. They also have good stack takers between the Shrapnel, the Dragon Knight, the Bat Rider, in theory, right?
Sure.
And this Bristleback is really low level. That's my concern right now. Are these stacks actually ever going to end up in Saberlight? Or do you just have Nisha Echo Slam it? Again, just more kill action on this top lane. I don't know what is going on up there.
Support's heading to mid lane, leaves an empty off lane. And Liquid don't get gone on yet in this mid area. I mean, they would be diving well past the tower in order to make this happen. Assassinate, hits onto the Oracle. They get some damage. Echo Slam goes out. They fully commit to the kill on Malady. They do manage to get that punishment. Meanwhile, Wisdom Rune steal. Tofu does manage to get it.
That's a big...
It was a close call, but he dies for it. But either way, he got the Wisdom Rune. That's the important part. Well, you don't have Echo Slam anymore. Do you really want to try and do this without Echo Slam? If you had Echo, sure, that'd be free, but okay. I guess there was a game plan there. If they get gone on. Meanwhile, pressure on mid, pressure at top. It continues, but it goes bad. Boxy's already dead, and Mickey, he did have a very large one. Not as big as Warlock's staff earlier, but
no, that's for sure. And not as big as this hand cannon Quinn's carrying around. Laying it.
He's just blasting away.
I can't do it.
What?
Just laying into that mid tower.
Demolishing.
That was a heads up TP top from Watson. Now he makes the mid rotation.
Instead of two supports diving past the tower, it's two supports and a carry that is diving past the tower. Unable to kill Nisha, though.
Saberlight here? He has nothing.
Well, he's got to stop Watson diving in the mid lane. And he is going to get the punish on him there. It looks like the Goo's stacking up. They're killing Quinn at the same time. Liquid plot all 5 heroes. They said, Gaimin Gladiators, you bring 4 to mid, we bring 5.
That is an insane overextension from Gaimin. maybe not ready for Liquid to bring everybody, but they absolutely did. And big win for the Bristleback, who TP's into there with 0 mana. And
Yeah, you said,
cleans
what
up
the hell
some
is he
cores.
doing? He won big off that.
He did. He's looking for more. He's still got all these stacks to go to.
Someday. Someday he'll get to it.
He's going to Lincoln's build, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, interesting.
So, Perseverance for now for the extra mana regen.
The stacks. I told you, Austin. I told you. Why didn't they listen? Oh my, they're all gone.
All right, Insania takes like 2 of them.
Just leave the game, man. It's like not even worth it.
They're still ahead in net worth.
I'm just abandoning it if I'm Saberlight.
Oh, okay.
That's a morale loss.
I mean, he still has Ancients. Those are the important ones.
That's where I told you. You know what? It was that Echo Slam mid. I think that Echo Slam had to go into the stacks. See, now they're debating it.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't want to echo this now. Gaimin are still lurk. I mean, there's no way you go for the Ancient stack steal. Your spell damage is not nearly as good.
But if they could catch Liquid in the middle of doing it, it would be nice. Nisha tried to catch him around the corner on a tree. Melody finally has to use his Firefly. Meanwhile, Mickey comes through the gate and ganks the enemy safe lane tower, but they can't kill the Dragon Knight fast enough. Their TPs are coming in. Watson's about half HP, but there goes out the Doom onto the Bristleback. Still committing onto Watson, though. Nisha catches him on the other side. Enchant Totem to the face. That'll finish him off with help of Mickey. Meanwhile, the dives in. Shadow Shaman, he'll dive for it, but the chase continues. Quick, dropping the shrapnels. Keeping Nisha at bay. Got hit by an Enchant Totem, but they've already finished off Mickey, and now they can push to Nisha as well. This time it's Gaimin Gladiators who bring the superior numbers and outpace Liquid, even if Nisha does manage to get that 1 kill.
Do these fights make any sense to you?
Not really.
Yeah, I have no clue.
I'm just kind of going with the flow.
I don't like. Why does that fight exist? It's just a gank on the Dragon Knight that turns into a full 10-man brawl. Oh, wild game, honestly.
I mean, I guess, do you inherently disagree with the play by Liquid that they went for that initially? Like, do you think it's bad to gank the Dragon Knight?
No, it's just weird how it happened.
I mean, and then in that case, everything else kind of makes sense, because at this point, Liquid and Gaimin Gladiators have shown that the MO is lots of heroes in one lane. It started with Gaimin Gladiators 2 years ago, bringing 2 supports into the mid lane for runes, and it's just been an escalation ever since.
So are we just seeing the end of the
the end game is literally 5 people mid at all times.
So when these teams play, they can't play normal Dota anymore.
Yeah, it's too much history has been built up.
That's actually an interesting meta-analysis, yeah. Huh. We're seeing the evolution of the game right here. It's like 2 learning machine AI just trying to outplay each other over time, and eventually they play themselves into a circle.
They just do the math. 3 is greater than 4. 4 is greiter than 5.
So, so you're saying they're going to bring their
exact opposite?
So they're going to bring their coach in soon.
Yeah, soon it's going to be 6v6.
Give PPD a call.
I mean, that's what Deadlock is about. Peter. That was a good meme.
It's still a good meme, to be honest. Blink Dagger done for Nisha, by the way, committed his Echo Slam for those stacks in the end. Felt the pressure of the AI gaming we're witnessing, and has no Echo Slam right now, but he's looking for something. He's invis.
Yeah, they got him.
They got him. That is true. Mage Slayer for the Monkey King, and Lincoln's for the Bristle, so it'll be interesting to see how this Lincoln's build plays out. I've seen a lot of people talking about it, seen it in pubs. I haven't seen it as much in competitive.
Where were they talking about it?
No, this was the whole like
circle.
It's that one Bristle spammer. What's his name? I forgot his name. Everybody in chat knows what I'm talking about. He does his build. He goes Lincoln's Glimmer. Okay, that's his build.
Oh yeah. I knew about his Glimmer part. I didn't know he went Lincoln's first every time.
Yeah, apparently you just get Lincolns and you're invincible. That's the theory.
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to be true this game, but we'll see.
I mean, it's definitely not, because he has 5,000 net worth.
It is a good Lincoln's
He
game,
is so poor.
He has to get
item
Ace to
makes him
run up and like
untouchable.
doom the Lincolns, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he is currently baiting himself as Liquid come through the gate to punish anybody who tries to stand in this lane. There goes Ace, and there goes the tower.
I will say one thing. Boxy, it feels like, is having the most consistent game of anybody on Liquid so far. Maybe Mickey's game has been really good because of the lane, but he's taken both side lane tier 1s with wards. Took the top one alone. He's gotten some decent ganks in bottom. He's the most farm support. This Shaman's cooking, man.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Cooking a little Shaman stew. Know what I'm saying?
Radiant's
No,
bottom tower
I
is
don't.
under attack.
What's
Another
the
wisdom
Shaman's
rune,
do?
Dire's top tower
I don't
is
want to
under
answer
attack.
that.
Okay.
I don't think anybody wants to know.
Does it have to do with his lore?
I don't. I can't talk about Shaman lore, dude. Shaman lore is not PG. That's all I'm gonna say. The viewers at home can go read on the Shaman lore. That lore was definitely.
It's just a normal farmer activity.
Yeah. That was some lore created at an after party one night. And they forgot it was in there. Yeah. Forgot it was in there. Some more ancient party going on. Man, Liquid has really been stacking these ancients and really been giving none of them to Saberlight. Like, they are really completely fucking him over in this game.
I mean, we talked about the problems that they seem to have been having with the new edition of Saberlight.
So ironic.
And we talked about, like, oh, maybe they need to enable Saberlight more. Apparently, Liquid took the opposite lesson of that. They said, Boxy is our new 3 position, our old 3 position, and Saberlight's going to be the 4.
Oh,
Nisha
Doom?
getting kited around heavily, has to throw out the Echo Slam right before the Doom goes out. He is still dead. Mickey hits a 2-man bound the strike. Pops his ultimate, tries to go for the Riki. They'll have him. Can they get more? Saberlight trying to slow him down, but he runs straight into a Dragon Tail stun, and he's facing all these heroes, bailed out by Insania. Now he can push forward again. He's got some heals. He's got the ward, surrounded on Quinn.
Cardell.
And with the buildup of Goo, they should be able to get Ace as well. What a turn there. Saberlight almost dying.
But he had the Glimmer Cape.
And he got the Glimmer Cape, he got the False Promise, and as a result, they get 3 more kills.
Tips rolling into the Oracle God himself in the right place at the right time, and that means everything on this hero as Liquid win a convincing team fight despite the Echo Slam doing nothing and Nisha going down first. And this Wukong got kited pretty well.
Yeah, it's just this moment right here. It was a fair trade-off.
That's it, right? You get him, maybe you're happy, you don't, well, you're quite sad.
And the fact that Quinn gets caught kind of in this corner of trees that puts him in a bad spot.
I mean, again, Boxy's just, he's honestly having a really good game here.
Yeah.
Like, that's a drum shaman catching that sniper.
He's just too
That's
fast.
the laugh of a man who says, you're still not getting any stacks, kid.
Bailed your ass out. That's all you're going to get.
Actually, you think that's what he was saying? He's like, I knew he should have given those stacks to Boxy the whole time. Hell yeah. That drum did work, son.
Dude, look at him. He's got a windlace. It's a 400 movement speed shaman before he actually pops the
the drum was good that fight. It was legit good.
Yeah.
He's catching another one. He's rampaging this game. 3-3 and 16.
Oh my god. He actually has been a part of every kill.
He's been a part
That's
of
amazing.
100% of the kills. I'm telling you, this is prime Boxy we're witnessing right now. This man, he doesn't need a blink. He doesn't need Aether Lens. He just walks his ass in there, and he has 100% kill participation.
Okay, I got to go drums on shaman, apparently.
We are witnessing something right now. Gaimin don't even know what's happening. Oh, he almost walked in there again. I'm telling you, if this guy had Tumbler toy, it's over, dude. Over.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Insania is going to go Blink Dagger.
Dire's middle tower
Try
is
and make
under
sure he
attack.
could play way far out in the back. Because there are a lot of heroes that can get to the back line on Gaimin Gladiators.
But I don't feel like a lot of the ones that do deal damage, it's just really the supports. The 3 cores don't jump. And then I don't know. I feel like Liquid have a lot of survivability right now.
Yeah.
With the Glimmers, the Oracle, the Hex Save, the 3 tanky frontliners. Monkey might be on a tree.
Yeah, if like Riki was doing well and he had Diffuse up late, then he could jump the Oracle and with the help of just an assassination, maybe kill him.
Or threaten
But
him.
as it stands, yeah, it's not even close to that.
It just feels like the supports on Gaimin were a little too far behind, and then that you lose those 1 or 2 team fights. And if you don't have enough damage to push through the front line, the fights become problematic. Now, the pickoff game,
Very good pickoff game.
yeah, that's where you can still thrive. You push the lanes in against this Liquid lineup. I don't think Liquid's lineup is that good at playing the map, per se. If you can keep finding these Batrider pickoffs with Riki scouting, Doom pickoffs, your single target kill threat's super high. So that type of gameplay is something they can go back to here.
Yeah.
And just farm up the Dragon Knight. Maybe you just out-carry Liquid here. I don't know. I mean, in theory, you should with Sniper, Dragon Knight, Doom. It's pretty nasty late game.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's
Radiant's
top
Monkey
tower
King.
is under attack.
That's pretty cool.
Why?
Farm fast.
Okay.
I mean, we used to
Is
see,
Radiance just the
I
item
guess
of the
so.
day?
We used to see Thompson doing this build on Monkey a lot.
Yeah.
It's deceptively good in the team fights. And
I guess I just
farm
question,
pretty
like,
fast. I mean, it's like this or Mjolnir, right?
yeah.
And like Mjolnir fell off, Gleipnir fell off. You don't really want to go Battle Fury on Monkey. I mean, you can, but that just feels pretty bad.
I guess I feel like the miss percentage chance of Radiance where it does not feel that effective against this Gladiators lineup.
No.
So
I would
if
agree.
it's about the farm, then I'm fine with it. But
I think it's just a wave clear fighting item. He's going to get Manta, so you'll have the Radiance Manta again.
yeah. And at some point, you turn that into Nullifier to keep people inside of the Wukong's command. Hairball to try and slow down Ace. The follow-up from Mickey is about to strike onto Tofu instead of their previous target.
Smoke coming in as well. Straight into the triangle. Scan hits. They'll find Watson.
Runs into Watson, hit him with the Echo Slam, got hit by the Dragon Tail at the same time, but they got the chain stun.
He is gone.
Yeah, no saves whatsoever on the side of Gaimin Gladiators. The best they can hope for is like a smoke screen, but obviously Riki had already been picked off, so.
Are Gaimin in just pure dodge mode? And just go ultra late? Is that the game plan?
Yeah, I guess, but I
You're
feel
gonna
like when
get
you
a lot.
if you do this mid sniper, if you are ever in dodge mode, you're
Dire's middle
in a
tower
really
is under
bad spot.
attack.
But net worth is even. Gaimin Gladiators, despite the kills that have been swinging Liquid's way, they have kept the net worth even.
Oh, Mickey.
Mickey is going
Super good
straight
angle.
to them. Knocked down off the trees, hit him with the 2-man boundless strike. Now the Fortune's End managed to get the last though. Mickey's going to be bailed out by the False Promise. Immediately Doom's going to be put onto the Oracle. The
Yeah, he's
Oracle
gone.
is certainly dead, but if they could still get Quinn for this, reminder that they have the Aegis on Mickey, so he's fine to commit here. And if he dies, that's totally fine. They still have that second life to work with. Meanwhile, Shadow Shaman on the other side of this tier 2 tower immediately got smokescreen though. Hey, Fisher on 2 is not too bad. Maybe they could create the
Oh, the
separation,
chicken.
allow the Shadow Shaman to get away, and then Shackles turn around onto Doom. Boxy stays alive, and the 2 that were hunting him down are the 2 that will die instead.
Might even get Watson here.
Yeah, he has 6 stacks of Viscous Nasal
Okay,
Goo,
okay.
but the Batrider's able to push Liquid away. Instead, they'll go back to deal with the tier 2.
And that finishes the Lincolns for the Bristol, and they have the BKB on the Shaker they didn't even use. Liquid is cruising through these team fights. There's just nobody who can stand there and fight these heroes back when they have the sustain and the Oracle behind them. And here, you doom the Oracle, but he already threw his ult.
Yeah, well, it's the point. He's already used False Promise.
So this is just pretty low value ult, and your sniper's just getting run down, man. You didn't have Dragon Knight in this fight.
Yeah, I almost feel like if you would doom the Monkey, sure, he got False Promise, he has Aegis, but at least that would have saved Quinn's life, right? Because the Monkey gets False Promise, there's nothing that stops him from being able to jump into the trees, right? Because he's taking no damage.
Yes.
So he can always chase after.
I mean, he just had Aegis. I don't know. That fight's just a bad fight for Gaimin because Liquid knew, one, Watson's dead. even if he comes to that fight, he has no dragon form.
Yeah.
It's a 5-on-4, 6-on-4 at best if you get value out of the Aegis.
Quinn's going to get caught in the same area again here. Tries to concussive grenade himself away, but long-range Fisher will catch his TP.
Straight into the arms of the Shaman.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Mickey with 25 seconds left on the Aegis. He'll take the mid-tier 2 as well. And Liquid, they're not staying. Oh, yeah, he read it.
Has fallen.
Read the attempted TP from Malady. They are showing a lot of heroes here. That is one thing. Can Gaimin Gladiators get aggressive on mid at all while this is happening? Looks like no. They lost their tier 2.
They just really haven't made a move or even gone for anything in a long time.
And they still might get picked off. Like, Liquid's the one continuing to be aggressive. Looking into the triangle for Watson.
You're going to have to do something to try and salvage the momentum in this game soon. Liquid are just going to run away with it. The lead's not that big, but it just feels very one-sided.
Yeah, momentum-wise, it feels like Liquid is going to control the map and take Roshan.
Yep.
And I mean, they do have pretty good high ground defense, though. That is something to be said. They've got Batrider, Sniper.
Yeah, if they're alive.
Yeah. Well, if you never leave your base, how could you die?
If you never leave your base, then you're going to watch the other team farm the entire map for 80 minutes, like Falcons. And then you're going to get a Reddit hate thread about how boring your team is.
That's the last thing you want. Who cares about winning or losing? It's about the entertainment value you bring to the fans.
That's true. That's why we're all here. To be entertained. Are you not entertained, Austin?
At this moment, no. If you
Oh,
said something
sorry.
funny, if you said something funny, that would really help.
Oh,
but
I'm just a clown for you, huh?
yeah, kinda. Anytime there's a space in the action, that's your place to step in and say funny things.
All right, BKB for Dragon Knight. Nothing funny about that. I expect Gaimin to make a move. You gotta swing something in this game. Cannot wait for the sniper BKB. It's way too far away.
Liquid's a little split right now, so they may have good opportunity.
Gotta look for a lasso jump on somebody.
Saberlight is going to
Got
push
the
too far
Lincolns.
forward. If they don't know where the Oracle is, and the Oracle is now behind him, and he does have that Blink Dagger too. So if they jump on a Saberlight, it's probably going to go bad. The false
got silence.
he got silence. He walked into the smoke screen, couldn't get it off. Now Fate's Edict on himself, but it's jumped horribly wrong. Now he uses the false promise onto a Monkey King who is doomed up, so he's not able to jump away into the trees. The silence, the doom, it's wearing thin. He's dead. Which should have been them going on the Bristleback and him getting bailed out, but because that doesn't happen, there's no Bristleback to slow them down, and they just get on top of the backline.
I mean, honestly, even if you get the ult on the Bristle there, does that fight change that much? You still got the Doom on the Monkey. There is then no Oracle for it.
100% it does, because he is the goo facet, right? If he's bailed out, he's able to like throw hairball and start throwing the goos.
I
Like,
guess.
there's no way they're able to make that kind of chase.
There's still a lot of things went right in that fight for Gaimin.
For sure.
That is exactly what they needed in this game. Swing the momentum back around at a pivotal point with that Dragon Knight BKB timing. Shut down the front line.
Yeah.
I swear, Insania, I feel like he blinked in and he wasn't initially silenced and he walked into it.
Yeah, I
couldn't target him.
100% he had the range to cast False Promise,
But he
and
wasn't-
not walk into the
But he wasn't fast enough, right? He couldn't target him and then...
Oh, right, because he can't target him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about
Like
that.
he would have had to have blinked in before the smoke screen went out, which I think was basically impossible.
Yeah. Well,
So I don't really know what he does there.
Okay, that's not good. I was going to say, as long as Gaimin Gladiators don't get picked off while Doom is on cooldown, they should be in a good spot, but Liquid run it back straight down the mid lane. They've already captured Quinn. Now they push inside the base, hoping for more. All they get is the BKB usage out of Watson, but it does put Liquid back in control of the map, which is important for Roshan that's coming up. Fortunately for Gaimin Gladiators, though, they will have a chance to contest here. Roshan's not going to be for a minute and a half, which will put their Doom back up. They're going to have to wait for Dragon Form, though, too.
That's a sad death. At least you got the rune.
I guess so.
Man, Quinn is just falling so far behind in this game. That's the concern here for Gaimin.
Yeah, he just cannot get to his BKB.
I don't know. Still looking iffy. More defensive items coming out for Liquid as well. You're going to have another Lincoln Sphere on the Monkey King. Ag's done for Nisha, gives him a lot more mobility. Sanj and Yasha for Saberlight, more status resistance. They're just building to prevent this Doom being a factor in this game, prevent the lasso being a factor, and just out-man fight you. Some quick lag for Mikke. He probably was wondering where all his stacks were.
Are Gaimin Gladiators, do they have Liquid muted, or
Oh, yeah, for sure.
what's the deal here?
I think Gaimin have everybody in the entire scene muted.
They're like, we're ready.
We're going to be here for a while. This could be an hour-long pause right here.
Why do you think they have everybody in the scene muted?
I mean, I know Quinn does.
All right, well.
I just get that sense, you know. That was Quinn just like, let's just go, man.
He's not even waiting to
Yeah,
see.
he didn't see anything. I can't sit here all day.
Well, they still have another match to play after this. Another game, rather.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, not another match.
Whatever, man.
It's tomorrow.
Thank you.
Gaimin Liquid 2.
All right. Got some more qualifiers to play or something. I'm sure there's a few more of them around.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, there's that post that was highlighting how many games and how many hours Secret played in a row.
Yep.
In those 3 qualifiers. I found that a little ironic, I must say. Because was it not Puppy who years ago complained, we need more tournaments, we need more lands, there's too much downtime.
Yeah, I mean, no, I
And
think
now he's got them all. Now it's too much.
I don't think he ever said it was too much. I think Reddit was saying it's too much. Puppy specifically said we can play 15 games in a day.
But that's my point. The post should have been like, Puppy must be loving this big fight in the pit, Austin.
Grab on the Shadow Shaman. Perfect grab to start things off. He's already dead. They do manage to get the Aegis onto Mikke, though. Are they willing to push this into the corner against the Wukong's command?
I think they're willing to fight. Willing to fight for sure if they can find another good jump. Hard to go into the defensive vision, though.
Looks like they will let Liquid slip back. Will not push the issue any further.
Yeah, you have to think about the double Lincoln Sphere between these 2 cores, how you get through it and who you commit on. With Aegis on top of that, makes it a lot more difficult here. So Vision's everything for Gaimin. Got to play on the Vision, got to play on your wards. Dragon Form running out here, Liquid smoking in. Have a good sense it's advantageous for them right now. And they caught Tofu with the gem on Nisha.
Oh, Insania? Saberlight? Any detection on this side? No? I cannot believe he just walked into all those heroes.
Oh, he's about to walk into a sentry, though.
Oh, just on the outside of it.
What a god.
All right. Ace, they take Tormentor, they get the shard, so heals Doom for 60% of the damage dealt.
So
he's actually pretty tanky.
So shouldn't these players like be living life now? You know what I'm saying? That there's all these tournaments, you're playing 10 hours a day. That's the dream. That's all I heard forever. We want to be playing 10 hours a day and 100 events a year. Well, you got it. You got it, son.
You can't just present the 2 extreme options as the only options. You're either playing 1 game a week or you're playing 15 games a day.
I feel like you're not familiar with how Valve operates there, Austin. I don't think they know there's a moderate anything. I think the entire company operates in extremes. You will either have 3 majors, a DPC, and $20 billion TI, or you will have nothing. Those are your only 2 options.
Yo, chill. NA hours are...
They're not awake yet. They're not awake.
What? It's just 1:30 their time. Or, sorry, 11:30 their time.
Yeah, that's true. They're probably watching.
You guys, we can leave the Valve slander for the morning crew. Owen's been doing a lot of that if you're listening.
Yeah,
Val.
Owen has
Owen's
really
just-
been going in. I've heard it, man. He has really been laying into
He
Valve.
just says the most heinous things
Yeah,
about
it's
you guys. It's
ridiculous.
awful. You gotta watch out.
Someone needs to do something. Someone needs to stop him, man. Like, it's out of control.
It's out of control.
All right, BKB done for Cardell. It's smoke time once again for Gaimin. They've hit another point. Shiva's for the Doom, and Daedalus for the Dragon Knight. So huge power spikes on all three cores in terms of damage and survivability, but you have to find the jump.
Mickey jumped right into him.
What gift?
Oh, and Insania, of course, he cannot get the false promise on him. The smoke screen goes out before he could do anything, and now he's the one in a bit of trouble here.
Gotta get through the Aegis, though.
Aegis has been burned through. The hairball to slow him down. Does Liquid keep going for it? Watson's challenging him with BKB. The Doom out onto the Bristleback. He's already dead. The Shadow Shaman's in some trouble. It's just Watson burning through. Oh, Ghost Scepter goes off in time. He can shackle him. Ace, he needs some help over here. Boxy's controlling up the carry right now. Well, Mickey, okay, he jumps into Ace here. I don't think he can take the fight against Watson, though. Watson, I think he's just too strong unless the shackles just keep on coming out. Mickey's got to get out of here, though. Boxy cannot hold him back forever.
You gotta run. Nisha TP'd out. BKB TP'd on the backside of that fight. He was fighting the sniper. So the second he's out of there, Liquid bail. Maybe lucky to get out with everybody that they did. The Bristleback lived on 1 tick of damage from that dude.
Really?
Yes.
I thought he was dead for sure.
I thought he was dead too, but he survived. Lincoln's Glimmer Cape, the invincible, I guess.
It's too powerful.
And yeah, once more, Insania trying to blink in to save that hero that gets smokescreen. And the second you're too late to that, not only do you can't do anything, you put yourself in a bad spot.
Yeah.
It's really backfired for him. Not really sure what else you're supposed to do, though.
Yeah, it's like if you're too close, you get gone on by the Riki. If you're too far away, you can't
I
get the
just
false
don't-
promise before the smoke screen.
I just don't think there's anything you can do. Your only real option is your team jumps the Riki first. And just get rid of the problem entirely. Been an effective counter, though. This has really nullified this Oracle's impact.
I mean, one of the things was they were supposed to stop the initiation in the first place. With mass Lincolns, right? They have 3 different Lincolns.
Radiant are scanning.
Eyeing up Ace. No
Echo
Doom.
Slam, just put him down. Oh, Fisher actually catches the Bat Rider as he blinks in. A little bit awkward for Malady, and it's Tofu that is the one to die instead. Malady, maybe they still dive him underneath the tier 3. Saberlight's thinking about it. He's keeping the slow on him.
Oh,
and
he's thinking about it.
He can jump after him.
He's thinking
Wukong's
about it.
command, and Saberlight is able to get that kill with the help of Mickey.
The shackle.
And now they've got the shackles onto their Dragon Knight, and Quinn can do nothing to really stop this one. They're just all landing onto
crit!
Watson, but the buybacks are coming back in, and Watson does too much damage. He just turns around, demolishes
Wait, kill
much of
none
the
of them.
Liquid backline. They're all so low. Finally, the shots finish off Boxy. Mickey zips away through the Boundless Strike.
How'd he kill nobody there? It looks so
They were
good.
all at like 5%
What?
HP.
I thought he was just going to splash kill all 3 of them on the backside of that.
I mean, I thought it was going to be a shooting gallery where Quinn was just going to line up assassination shots all over the place.
No, this
but-
sniper's useless as hell, but that Dragon Knight, goddamn, he stood his ground. Did some work.
Imagine if he had Satanic. He's so close to it, too. If he has Satanic, he clearly wins that fight.
If he has a little more damage, maybe 1 more crit, too.
Yeah.
Geez, you got to respect this DK damage. Especially since you don't bring him down that fast. Like, he lived a long time in just the BKB duration on a 3rd HP. Aggressive dive from Liquid almost backfires, but almost is not enough. The Lincoln Sphere is still doing some work here. And a heads-up play from them, knowing this Doom's on cooldown. It's a pretty safe fight overall. Oh, another Lincoln's break. You did recover your sniper a bit in this game. It's kind of the interesting part about all this.
He was useless.
Well, he is, but he's recovered, you know. He needs 1 more damage item, and then I think he becomes useful.
Okay.
Dire are scanning.
He's just not hitting hard enough right now. Like, you need to be a bigger threat so that when they dive on your DK, when they're going on the Doom, you can actually threaten them back. And then you're going to be happy in the fight.
I almost wonder if an Aghanim Scepter would have felt nice for him. Just to be able to shoot the the Shadow Shaman as soon as he's shackling. Because at this point in time, they just have to stop Boxy, man.
That's really expensive, though.
I feel like Watson wins these fights as long as the Shadow Shaman isn't perma-disabling him.
Just doom him then, I don't know.
I'm not opposed to that either at this point. He is going to be pretty slippery, though. He's got Ghost Scepter, Drums, Aether Lens, and soon to be a Blink Dagger.
Did finish up the Satanic, though, on the DK, so maybe that gives you a lot more staying power. You get another Dispel. You get a lot more strength, more damage. You also have this tier 4 token. See what Watson rolls here. Could be a big one, honestly, depending on what he gets.
Boxy now getting some wards on his shackles.
All right, you got Ogre Steel Totem. That's maybe not the greatest here, but it's solid. It's good. Could come in clutch.
Yeah.
Again, I think Gaimin just want more survivability or damage here. You're looking for aesthetics, caps, Ninja Gear type stuff. Ninja Gear for Mickey on top of the Silver Edge. So this monkey has a lot more invis to play around with, a lot more vision game, and almost level 25. That's a huge talent if he can get to it.
Sure.
And Roche is available, by the way. So both these teams kind of on an awkward part of the map for it. If Gaimin gated here, they would actually be there first, but there's no way they can assume that. They might, I mean, they're going to see Monkey on the top wave. They might just gate. You want to be really aggressive about it?
Gate to try and pick him off.
Yeah.
If they do get Roche.
I think there was a window there, but it's dangerous because you just don't know where the rest of the team is. And you see nothing on the other side of that gate.
I mean, at this rate, are they just banking on like a late Roshan and they'll get it on Radiant side? Because Liquid could have taken it.
Yeah, I'm surprised Liquid did. I'm surprised neither team made the play for it. Instead, they just want to take the fight, and it's Liquid making the move. They still have this ward on the cliff that they're moving
They're going through the gate. Wait, but Roshan's about to... Oh my god, are they going to do it in the space of 30 seconds?
They are going to try, yeah. Watson has the damage for it.
They're going to do with just 4 heroes, but they've got the damage.
Did Liquid just outmaneuver themselves? I don't even...
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do?
Dude, you just go through with this Bristle.
They're just going through. Saberlight's going to go after him, but he's going to be a little bit delayed. The rest of his team is going to be slow to get to him. Maybe they TP in. Boxy immediately goes in with the Ghost Scepter activated. He got the Doom on him. All right, bye-bye Shadow Shaman. They, in turn, go on the Doom. Doom's pretty tanky. Mickey gets off the Wukong's command, turns it around, but it's outside of the range of Quinn. He can't get on top of the sniper. This is not good. Mickey, he thinks about TPing out. He's not going for it. Meanwhile, Insani's being hunted by the Riki. Got the hairball. They jump in. Echo Sam trying to finish off Quinn. Force that up to the high ground. Nisha chasing after him. He only needs one more enchant totem hit to finish off this sniper, and he gets him, slams him down, but he's lost his carry on the side. Wait, no, Mickey's not dead yet. He gets a little Pachinko stacks, tries to trickery his way out of it, but Watson's damage is just too damn good. Back into it. Nisha leaping in to try and help out Saberlight. The Dragon form is down. Liquid can kite this back.
Buybacks coming out. Supports on both teams. Ace bought back for this as well. Roche went bottom during all of that, so Liquid, they just get to go through the gate. Claim Roche.
I cannot believe that win.
No, they're going to TP Outpost and fight it.
But they're going to fight without Dragon form.
This is crazy.
Perhaps fighting without their Dragon Knight at all, as he is dead, isolated. Quinn bought back for this one. He's going to die back. Gaimin Gladiators fumbling. And the game is just maybe over.
Dude, I'm too old for this shit, man. Like, I don't know anymore, man. I'm too old for these games. Like, what? How did we go from Liquid outmaneuvered themselves to they went through the gate one by one?
Yeah.
Instantly lost the Shaman, Insania TP'd Outpost. Somehow that works. You lose the carry. Because you waited so long, Roche goes through the gate back to bottom, which means you can then gate back to bottom, which is the enemy outpost, which is Gaimin's. So they should be favored again with buybacks.
Yeah.
But then they trickle in one by one and feed.
I mean, they also aren't playing around buybacks. Like, Boxy went through the gate and died, but he was also able to buy back.
Right. But then you should have been able to regroup Radiant after all of that as Gaimin and buy back into your outpost. Like Tofu had buyback, right? You had another Dragon Form in 10.
Yeah.
You had the Sniper buyback.
quickly turned into a dieback.
Radiant structure.
And that's, in theory, a fight that you get the sniper there before the monkey does.
Dire's top tower.
I don't know what that was, man. That was
Radiant's bottom.
a wild sequence that Liquid absolutely capitalized on. And now they got a refresher shard on the Shaman, so that's a double ward drop if he really wants it.
Yep. Liquid. The game's not over, but they should be able to get 2 lanes of Barracks Boxy. Thought about making a jump for it.
I mean, that was just so much gold is the thing. Like, all right, Dragon back.
Pull back into the tier 4s.
He does have Aegis. Gotta remember.
Yeah. And Instania, False Promise. They're going to try and keep the Aegis intact here.
Yeah, that's fine play here. He's gonna heal the full. You just back up. Dragon form used. I mean, Liquid are just in such a good spot now because they got the Aegis, but they got level 25 on all 3 of their cores.
I mean, don't they just
maybe
go
the bigger
back in
thing.
as soon as Dragon forms
Yeah,
on
I think
cooldown?
so. They're just gonna wait it out.
Okay.
And you have 25 Bristle, you have 25 Shaker with the enchant talent, you have 25 Monkey with the Mega Ring. So you're chilling in the team fight now. You have a mega talent advantage over Gaimin.
With, like, between Ward Drop and Wukong's command, Gaimin Gladiators are going to be hard-pressed to take a fight in that area.
I mean, they have no Doom, no
AK
Dragon
calling off the
form.
side, spots the Riki. Quickly killed. No buyback there.
Oh, this Ancient Guardian on the Sniper is good.
Yeah, he's getting plus 100.
Radiant's middle tower.
Big A jump smart. Oh, good timing there from
That's
Quinn.
great.
Knocks him down on the concussive grenade. Meanwhile, Shackles onto Watson. Ooh, Malady missed his mark there. Went for the lasso, but he saw the Lincolns went up, so.
And Quinn had to like pre-BKB. He saw Nisha walking in. He thought he was going to get Echo Slammed.
You see this? Saberlight is building a Revenant's Brooch?
I mean, he hits hard, man.
Okay.
It's going to chunk that DK, right?
Yeah, but is he the person that should be doing that?
Why not?
Okay.
He's got an AC.
Yeah, that works really well with Revenant's Brooch.
That's right. you turn the Revenant's Brooch off.
He's like literally this existing of minus armor, and he wants to turn his damage into magic damage. All right.
Radiant's top tower.
Well, he's not going to turn it on.
Okay. Wukong's man, it goes off before the lasso does, and he's stuck. Surrounded by statues.
These barracks just look dead no matter what here.
Yeah, it's good. It's surely gonna be megas. Echo Slam onto Nisha saw his opportunity to close out the game. Catches 2 cores in the Echo, a false promise on Saberlight, who is taking his fight to Watson right now.
Hey, smacking
with
him.
his Revenant's Brooch, another Wukong's command.
Watson versus the world. Has
Watson,
Moonshard.
He's ignoring the soldiers. He's good against the physical damage, but not against the magic damage that Saberlight provides.
Struck down in his prime. Watson could not 1v9 that game.
No.
And it will go Liquid's way. A very chaotic game. A lot of crazy sequences. I don't know what we were watching.
I think Lina is broken. I'm curious what your thoughts are.
I think Alina's maybe the most overrated hero in Dota right now,
All right.
honestly.
This is...
No, I actually...
How would you know? You
I
don't even-
actually think that.
Like, you know what? I know why we have a difference of opinion on Lina.
Oh, here it comes.
Because Lina absolutely destroys in pubs. And you ain't playing any of those, so I understand now why we have a difference in our
You mean I'm not
experience.
playing ranked win trading,
30 seconds to
the mini game? Yeah. You're right. Somebody has to take a stand.
Yeah, do you feel like you're getting a lot more information playing
Protests are going well, my man.
devastation stats?
Yeah. I learned a lot in the
Playing
party
with,
games.
with Jenkins off-lane sniper feeding
You learn a
divine
lot.
rapiers?
You learn a lot. Your
What
heart
do you
rate
learn?
goes up and down a lot. I've learned a lot about human psychology and behavior and physical health
Okay.
as it relates to Dota 2, and I think that's a really important aspect.
Well, how is that going to translate into analyzing this game?
Well, I can tell you one thing.
Okay.
Oracles save lives. We got another Oracle. And it's looking like a good Oracle game. You got nothing for it.
Yeah, the best they have is, I guess, Earthshaker Fisher. Like last game, the Oracle was successful, and it was up against a Riki, which is probably one of the hardest counters in the game with the new smokescreen.
For sure. I mean, Silencer owns this hero, but ain't no one picking Silencer.
Yeah, nobody's picking that trash bag.
So you have the Fisher, you have Bat who can find him, but I mean, it's an Oracle versus Bat. As a little early tri-lane action should get the first
Net a
blood here.
kill. Yep. Flame break, bump back. Was holding on to that one. And a second kill, perhaps. Blood grenade on Ace. Translates to a lot of damage. Not quite enough, though.
But I think it's a pretty damn good Oracle game. I think Oracle Huskar is also one of those combinations that you forget how strong it is until it owns you in a game. And you go, oh yeah, that thing is broken. You just do so much damage in the duration of the False Promise. It's like, even if you end up killing him, it's sometimes just wins you the fight. So I kind of like the end combination the Gaimin got here. But you're all right. Lina can do some work in this game. If you get to that point where you have Dags, you go over some tree line, you just ult the Oracle, maybe he just dies instantly.
How come we never see lane swaps like this anymore? So they opted to move the Bristleback away from the Dragon Knight and against the Beastmaster, which I think is favorable for both cores. I mean, I don't know.
I mean,
Bristle
Bristle
happy with this,
owns
but
Beast in theory, but I don't think that matchup was as good once the Axe-style Beastmaster came into play more. I actually don't think that Beastmaster is that bad against the Bristle. I think Bristle in the safe lane still freeforms for sure, but if you're not feeding him boars and stuff.
Nikkei should be dead here as
Oh, okay. Nice little kill there.
gets caught in the separation between Boxy trying to deal with the pull, and then he's on the other side of the two heroes. They just all in on the Earthshaker.
I mean, anytime you get extra XP on Oracle, you will absolutely take that.
Yeah.
So safe lane going well for Gaimin here. Lane swap for Liquid. Maybe they felt bad, you know, they didn't give Saberlight all those stacks last game. They're like, all right, you can go to the safe lane and just farm and have a nice little secure laning phase down here. We're going to tri-lane at the start, give you the royal treatment.
Well, all I'm getting from that is they're pulling him farther and farther away from the stacks.
It's all a deception.
How's this mid lane matchup? Lina versus Huskar. 11-7, so it looks like Nisha's doing pretty well for himself CS-wise against the Huskar. Quinn keeps on trying to challenge him.
I mean, it's got to be one of the better matchups versus Huskar in general.
Sure.
Lane-wise, the game's not too bad either. Just how much burst damage you pump out. Any of these long-range turret heroes are generally good versus Huskar. Of course, the gap close as how much damage Saberlight can return here. Not insignificant.
Should be noted, Saberlight did opt for the Seeing Red facet this time around, as opposed to the Goo facet that he went last time.
Oh, he's just playing carry straight up.
Yeah.
Man's got a promotion.
Sorry, Mickey.
Happens to the best of us, you know.
Wins a TI 4 months later. Demoted to offlane. Nice body blocking from Saberlight here. Nets the kill on the Tofu.
Look, this guy's a natural carry player. Remember when he stood in that one tournament as carry? Who was that for? They got top 4.
I don't remember that.
It was the old Fishman stack, right?
Yeah, there's... Saberlight has been probably the ultimate mercenary. He seems to be aggressively willing to stand in for teams, as he did for Liquid.
Yeah, he stood in for Shopify for like a year and a half.
He was really keeping that that seat warm for the next offlaner.
Yeah. That was a long, maybe the longest standing we've ever seen. I will say, you think he ever would have been farming safe lane on that team? I don't think so.
No way in hell. They certainly weren't going to be lane swapping for him.
Hell no.
Boxy caught trying to do some lane pulling here.
Another kill.
The higher levels of Oracle, net yet another kill. Get to that level 3 Purifying Flames. Starts doing some damage.
Safe lane putting in work. This Bristol's going to have to do some lifting here with how many resources Liquid have poured into him.
It's going to have to build another Revenant's Brooch against Dragon Knight.
Feels like they have some toggle switch. Like, either you get nothing Saberlight or you get everything. There's no in between.
See the Axe fan really beginning to mount up on this Bristle. He's not having the most fun with that one. Silence goes off. Saberlight.
Fight.
Yeah, I don't... Does he win this fight?
Very close.
Oh, barely gets it. He survives somehow, and they net the kill. That was extremely close.
I mean, you should think twice before you challenge Saber God. Best carry player on Team Liquid, apparently.
Just too much of a chat.
Imagine being on a team with Mickey and Nisha, and you playing the safe lane.
That is true.
What world are we living in? I don't understand anymore. That's like
Question
you're on
is-
a team with Sumail and Miracle, and you play mid. Somebody did that. I forget what roster that was.
Yeah, Sumail played offlane, right?
Yeah, I can't remember.
I don't remember who was the mid.
That was a crazy roster decision. You have been Huskard, sir. Goodbye.
No getting away from that one, not with Tofu.
Insane. That was, you saw Insane's reaction there?
No.
It was a sigh of despair, but it was I could tell exactly what he was thinking. You know? It's like, oh man, I forgot I'm playing versus Gaimin. I just can never enter the river for the first 10 minutes. Oh, my bad, guys.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I entered the river before 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm dead. Okay, you got me.
Also, frankly, like, should you even, like, Lena's just going to play back in lane and farm neutrals, right? Like, isn't
Yeah,
that going to be
like
the
this is,
gameplay against a Huskar?
It's not a lane you have to go to.
Yeah.
If anything, go top, kill this DK once or twice, and kind of swing the lane back for the Shaker a bit if the Bristle's independent.
Yeah, we saw it earlier. They got pretty close, just the two of them here.
Yep. I could see the Bristle go through the gate too. You really want to commit that move. Otherwise, you're just kind of farming here. And Gaimin are going to farm. They are not going to get too aggressive, I think, because they got 3 cores that love clearing through the stacks. They're already prepping them. Ace is already doing them.
Yeah, it feels like with this draft, they're going to do a little bit of the gameplay that they showed in that series against Falcons at Blast. A lot slower, a lot more
Yeah, maybe.
farm heavy on 3
A
different cores.
refined Gaimin Gladiators, some might say. A mature Gaimin Gladiators.
Or maybe too mature. Maybe over the hill. Gone past their prime. Saberlight gets that kill, dive in the tower, and will not be punished. The TP is going to come far too late for that.
Well, this man is cooking right now.
Dire's middle
Where are all
tower
those
is
Saberlight
under
haters
attack.
now? All he needed was a safe lane, a tri-lane at the start,
Oh, they'll show up
a
in
pick that's protected, a good core-to-core matchup, and he's off to the races.
I can't. You just keep on fluctuating between praising Saberlight and flaming him. I don't know where we
that
stand
was not
here.
a flame. How was that
What?
a flame? I'm saying
That
nice
was a
things about it.
backhanded compliment if I've ever
Look,
heard
they're even
one.
stacking for him. Look at that.
That is not a stack for him.
What do you think the odds are?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That feels good.
that was
Dire's
satisfying.
middle tower is under attack.
Dude, that was still the funniest clip. Oh, was it Blast? And they try and walk in, and the Earthshaker has an ancient stack. Somebody invades into that area. Earthshaker just instantly echoes him
Yeah, it was the
and the
Nyx
stack.
assassin play?
Yeah, God, that was such a great clip.
Set them traps. Well, just like that, Mickey's top of the chart. I guess he was the carry all along.
He worked real hard for all those stacks.
This is going to be a stacking game for sure. There's a lot of them. What is
And
this
a
smoke?
smoking game for Quinn.
Yeah,
and
this is interesting smoke. Kind of an unconventional
I mean, it could be a really good time here as Saberlight and Insania go for a push onto Ace, and the Chain Frost just sticks
was
onto
nasty.
him. But let's see if they can get the punish. A jump onto the Bristle back should net at least 1 kill. Nothing more for it, though. So the fact that Ace dies, especially after clearing out an Ancient camp, probably had a good amount of unreliable gold.
Not what Gaimin wanted, though. They wanted that smoke to go into the lane and kill the Bristle first.
Yeah.
Instead, they had to TP the 2 heroes that were smoking to that tower.
Dire's courier
It's kind of awkward.
Yeah, I would say
Watson loses Courier, too.
I would say that was bad for Gaimin Gladiators, because
Yeah.
you get reliable gold for getting kills, you get unreliable gold for killing Ancients, right? One team lost a lot more gold off of that, most likely.
Plus, that Chain Frost killed the big lizard, so...
Yeah.
Dire's top
You look at
tower
Insania's net worth right now. He's cruising. Morale loss as well. Mickey's going to have a fast blink here. Good sign if you're a Liquid fan. Since he can be the one factor that kind of controls the Oracle in the fights a bit. Maybe just jumps him straight up.
Why is this not an Aghanims game?
He's off laner, Austin.
Okay, but
He beat.
got him. Too much burst damage, man.
Why are you going in the river? Like,
Don't
I don't
go in the
understand.
river.
It's the one rule against Gaimin Gladiators. Just don't go in the river.
That was a weird spot for Nisha to be in. Guess he was rotating up to top. Saberlight with another jump into the triangle area to see if he can stop Ace from farming up ancient stacks. Instead, they'll sandwich Tofu, but Quinn is here. And I don't think anybody
I mean, he went into the river, Austin. Like, I don't know. You should have just ran up or something.
It's true.
You're in the river, too.
Yeah, but he's a bristleback, so. They can't touch him. Avery's just sitting here shaking
what are you
his
going to
head.
say, man?
You gotta go in the river at some point.
You don't fight somebody on their terms, you know?
Okay. Okay, but seriously, why do you go Aghanim Scepter? When do you go Aghanim Scepter? When do you go Blink? Because you've seen Sumail do the Blink Kaya Sanj over and over again.
I honestly think either route is fine as long as you make the item pay off. I think you only go Ags on the carry shaker if you're having a really good game.
Dire's middle tower has been
I think Blink is just better. Almost in any situation, early game fighting wise. It comes out faster and you can usually make it pay off pretty well. Even if you don't, it's not like this hero farm's incredibly slow. The Ags is a big upgrade. That's why I lean towards if your early game's really good, you're in the safe lane, you get it really fast, then you can just translate it into Ags, into Blink a lot faster and you're happier. It's more efficient. I think he could have gone Ags this game, honestly, but...
Yeah, I mean, considering the way he had all those stacks, he was the highest net worth in the game at some point.
Dire's top tower is
It
under
does feel
attack.
like there are going to be... I mean, unless he's just going to be hunting down the Oracle or whatever, it does feel like there are going to be some longer, drawn-out team fights that having the
Dire's
jump
top
in and
tower
out.
has fallen.
Maybe
Could
Liquid
be
were
fairly useful.
expecting more early fights in this game. They were expecting Gaimin to be pushing into them with this Huskar Dragon Knight lineup, right? There's a lot of push here. A lot of heroes that want kind of these 15 to 25 minute fights to go their way to translate it into Roshan.
Spots Bat Rider, he tries to piggy himself away, but Quinn gets on top of him. There we go. 5-7, 1,000 net worth lead for Gaimin Gladiators. Not a huge lead.
I mean, Saberlight has continued to just be a brick wall down here for the Beast. You're not getting any tower pressure there. And Nisha, he's been the one having the worst game of all the cores.
Is under attack.
You know, he hasn't really been touched that much. Just didn't get the massive farm priority, I guess. Stania gonna have another poke here. Eyeing that 14-minute Wisdom Rune. This would be aggressive.
Yeah, that's difficult. He's got to be careful with the Hawk and the Chain Frost here. And Saberlight has drawn too much aggro.
Yeah, that's 5 heroes.
They're still coming
Little too
in
much.
through the side here, trying to get a D-ward.
I'd love a quick little snipe on this Huskar, but you have that Oracle ult behind him.
And he's Glimmer Cape, so no chance of blowing him up while he's got that extra barrier.
Very defensive game from Gaimin. Like you said, we saw this at Blast. They are willing to play this style now.
Scanning.
And they've been more successful at it than I think a lot of people would have given them credit for. Honestly, they may look better playing this way than trying to do their usual snowball around mid-push strat, you know?
Yeah. I mean, meta-wise, it definitely feels like this would be a strategy that would work out more often than
I also
not.
think it just utilizes Watson better.
Sure.
Maybe they don't want to admit that, but I think Watson prefers to play this kind of style. Where he can farm up, there's not a lot of pressure to have to join early fights, and then they can hit like a triple core timing that all aligns and everybody's farming and happy. And I'll tell you, Quinn doesn't prefer to play this style, but he can.
Question is it good for this game? Because the Lina now has an Aghanim Scepter. At some point in time, the Lina becomes a hero that is exceptionally good at pickoffs. So if you continue to play slow and split, Nisha should be able to punish you again at some point. He's also a Boots of Travel hero. Jumping on to the Lich here, but Liquid are set up. Chain Frost goes out. Got to deal with the Oracle first if you want to go for this guy. Oh, they got him! The Fisher hits the Oracle, and they kill the Huskar nice and quick before the False Promise can come out. It has to be used instead onto the Beastmaster, who does manage to get a kill. But it's 2 supports for the Huskar. I think Liquid probably okay with that trade-off. Numbers favor Gaimin Gladiators, but they keep their safe lane tower alive, and the Huskar, perhaps the most important hero of the game, and if they get it even more, it's bad for Gaimin Gladiators. Watson's going to come through the side, though. Goes straight for Saberlight, needs to face the wrong direction, puts his back to Watson, but it's too late. The damage is done. They trade off offlaners. Now Watson is the one in trouble as Nisha starts throwing some magic damage his way.
Mickey just out of mana here.
Covering Mickey's retreat, who has now got himself halfway to his Aghanim Scepter.
I mean, another fight that Watson does some work in with this Dragon Knight. He's looking good on it. If that Oracle goes off, that's absolutely a one fight for Gaimin.
And a haste rune found in the river for Quinn. Flame Cloak gets Lina up to the high ground. Quinn is able to chase after him with the extra movement speed. Nisha nowhere to run to.
Took a gamble. He was trying to go for a rune in the river, and playing versus Gaimin, you can't do that.
No, you can't.
He got punished.
Well, I think that means Gaimin Gladiators will finally get this safe flame tower. So that's going to be good for them. 3K. This will crack open the side lanes a little bit more. Roshan is also on the table.
I mean, back to your question, is this style good for this game? I think it is. I think Gaimin are pretty happy scaling and going late here. I think all of their cores are very happy in that situation. I think their 2 supports are very good late game supports. I don't know. This looks like a tough game for Liquid to break, especially if Gaimin start getting Roshans. If they get the next 2 Roshans, those fights just look hard. You're going to have to find Oracle, you're going to have to deal with Aegis, you're going to have to deal with Huskar just running into you.
And considering the way that Huskar scales nowadays,
yeah, he is no joke.
This is a hero that he's got a carry to back him up. It's scary to take those.
Imagine if you get late game with a Huskar Ags and stuff, right? You just start forcing this bristle into you.
Yep.
He's locked there facing you. You just pile in the spears. Can even get a break on this DK if you really want to at some point. Good break targets in this game. I think you got to get this blink on Bat to start putting in some work. Start finding some pickoffs here, taking away some of the map, and if you can somehow get this Roshan away from the Huskar in the next few minutes.
Yeah, but if you haven't gotten those pickoffs yet, you are less and less likely to get them. Malady has a blink dagger of his own, so you blink in, lasso somebody, Malady can follow that up, counter you pretty easily. Watson leading the charge with the remnants of a shield rune, almost catches Box.
Okay, but they can also just Roche here if you vacate completely.
Right, Liquid does need to stick around if they want to contest Roche. Quinn pushing forward into the river with a Glimmer Cape, tried to get him on the lasso there, instead got silenced up. Mickey gets gone on the side, meanwhile by Tofu. Saberlight, he's taking a lot of damage here, and it looks like he's going to burn out. They couldn't finish off the Huskar. It got off the False Promise, instead had to throw the Laguna Blade to finally finish off. Tofu will blink away from the Bat Rider, dodges the axes, and Mickey will be able to stay one step ahead of the rest of Gaimin Gladiators. Still though, a support for a core. Gaimin Gladiators very happy with that trade-off. They could take this off-lane tower. Again, just more map control for the Gaimin Gladiator side. They're going to go back and do Roche in this 20-second window. Can they do it?
Yeah, they absolutely can. They have really good Roche.
Pop Dragon form for it, I guess so. Five, four, not even close. All right, so now you've got the Aegis on the Huskar, so Oracle doesn't have to worry about protecting him. It just looks like impossible.
It's still good to ult him, to be fair, but yeah. Like, just,
Oh, you mean, yeah, keeping him low for higher damage.
yeah, I mean, part of this combo is you just ult him in a fight, and you have 7, 8, whatever seconds where you just go to 0 HP, literally, and you do so much DPS.
Yeah.
That sometimes that's just worth it alone. So the other factor I was going to say is you were talking about the Blink Lasso cancel. I think there's a world where someone gets lassoed, you could just Blink Fate's Edict them. And honestly,
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know how worried you are about them getting bursted. Maybe later on when the Bristle does a lot more physical and the Selena has a lot more burst, but you might be able to get away with it a little bit, holding on to that ult, being a little greedy.
Yeah, as it stands, if you could just stop the Lena's burst damage, that hero will, I mean, definitely won't die right away. You'll have a time to pop the False Promise a little bit later.
I also feel like Gaimin are slowly picking up on these meta trends, right? Just Sanjin, Yasha, Glimmer Cape on everybody.
Yeah.
We're done messing around. Quinn just being very aggressive with these Glimmers. And the Ag's done on the Shaker, so Liquid look for smoke. Even into the Aegis, feel confident enough.
Oh, and if they could have caught the Oracle as they were pushing into mid, would have been a nice pickup. Instead, it's going to be Quinn who spots them, gets the silence on multiple heroes, get the grab on him. There goes that False Promise. They need to be able to jump away now because this Huskar does too much damage. Sableye feeling the burn from that one. It's too much.
Might tick out again. Yeah.
He's going to tick out. There's no way he lives through all that.
Man, Quinn putting in work in this matchup. 8-1 on the Huskar. This Oracle combination really causing Liquid issues. And a really heads-up Dragon Tail from Watson. You got the last one on the Oracle, but then your Batch just stunned there. And you're just splashing all these Dragon Knight hits off him.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Ace, he's just farming bottom.
It didn't even need to be there.
He's like, good fight, guys.
They go catch Malady, but he already got off the False Promise, and Saberlight in his use of the Aghanim Scepter is literally facing Quinn full on.
Just can't survive on the front line right now, and this Frost Shield is not doing the same amount that this False Promise is.
Yeah.
And that Shadow Blade is already done for Watson, so that Silver Edge is going to come out fast here on the Dragon Knight. There's going to be a lot of problems Liquid have to deal with in these team fights.
Time to cut waves. Boxy will be caught in the process, though. And he has no TP, so.
That's an easy pickoff for Ace, who has Glimmer as well.
Oh, they do see Malady, though, so they can get a trade-off here.
Something.
Both teams operating around some vision that they have in the area.
You know why I think Lean is overrated?
Why?
Dire's top tower is under
It's a Glimmer Cape meta, my man. How do you hunt people when everybody has Glimmer Cape?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the last 2 weeks, probably not good for the Lina. I don't think you're defending this one.
They would argue otherwise.
I mean, you still have a minute and a half left on the Aegis.
Radiant's bottom tower
I guess
is
the
under
Oracle
attack.
is in here for now.
Yeah, they know Malady can't be here, so you have a free jump with this bat.
Radiant's
You can
bottom
see somebody.
tower has fallen.
Even still, with Watson pushing behind the tower and a sentry being there, Liquid, all that, they still opt not to take the fight.
Oh, this is a good ward for Gaimin up
It
here.
is.
They can do something with this.
You just got to get through
they're
this
gonna
middle
smoke.
lane to get over there, try and smoke into the triangle area. The heroes have already vacated.
Yeah,
Nikkei,
this should land here.
he's pushed up into the top lane. Quinn is hunting for him, doesn't find him immediately. Instead, it's going to be the Bat Rider.
Might still get Mickey up here. He goes in the wrong way.
Oh, Quinn on the high ground.
The
He's going to
Glimmer
get
surprise.
nice and close, and Mickey doesn't get off the Blink Dagger in time. He turns around, but the damage is already done.
Do not underestimate the amount of damage these spears do with that facet on these tanky cores, man.
Yeah, you've got strength heroes, and it's percentage-based damage.
It's a lot. Gaimin putting in work with this Aegis right now. This is their MO.
The Aegis is going to expire. Can Liquid fight them without an Aegis?
They can, but-
when does Liquid feel good about the game, item-wise? Like, do we need more? Can they fight now?
I mean, whenever Nisha does something,
Radiant's middle
Well,
Right now, they're just getting picked off everywhere.
Yeah, right now it's not going to be a good time then.
Boxy
Watson
almost died
solos
as well.
him for 700 gold.
Boxy
How
did
is he
kick
worth
out.
that much gold?
I mean, he's the most farm core on Liquid. I don't know. Niche has just been invincible this game.
Yeah, he has.
It's not necessarily his fault, but if you want to turn this game around, the Lina has to find some impact, right? You have to either have team fights where he kills 1 or 2 heroes, he gets some pickoffs or something, because at this rate, he's just going to be a non-factor completely. It's not his fault. The hero's just incredibly overrated.
Well, I guess it's on Liquid for drafting the hero. Here comes the push from Gaimin Gladiators. Everybody except for Tofu, who will get picked off here. Most likely.
Will he, though?
Well, I guess he didn't have Chain Frost. That was on cooldown, so... Force staff
He's
away
chilling.
from the jump in. Gaimin Gladiators bring Ace back, and that's enough.
Yeah, Gaimin are playing this map really well. Way better than last game. Helps when you have invincible heroes. You can
Yeah, I was
just push
going to
lanes.
say, if you have a Huskar who could just run down mid, and there's no way they're going to go on him because there's an Oracle.
Look at Watson bottom. He's doing a little dance here.
And Watson can also run around hunting for heroes, and he is so tanky that it's unlikely that even if he runs into a sentry or something like that, surrounded on the path to nowhere. Saberlight does manage to get the 1 kill, though.
Yeah, I wonder why Ace hung around there so long, but
1,100 gold for that.
Whew.
Wow.
Can finish up his Sanjin Yasha Glimmer Cape there, Austin.
Woo!
A lot of item diversity right now.
Tower is under attack.
Love to see it.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Boxy, it's just going to be nonstop. Watson's always going to be hunting down heroes. So
I mean,
he's able to play kind of solo. The Huskar and Oracle are another kill team that are going to be moved around, pushing in lanes.
There's
and
just
then
no way to play the map
Dire's
if you're
bottom
Liquid.
tower
Yeah.
is under
I
attack.
mean, look at Nisha, dude. He's like, get me out of this one.
He's going to try and play off of a Wisdom Rune and see if he can kill a support or something.
Didn't even take that. Too afraid.
Take the Wisdom Rune, double Wisdom Rune, take the Tormentor. 14,000 net worth lead for Gaimin Gladiators. They are in the driver's seat for this
That's a
game,
nice
too. Looking
animation.
to even up the series.
Little Muerta permastun.
And now you've got the... you already had the fire of the Huskar. Now you've got a little water action. Getting all the elements.
What are you talking? What?
The shard on Oracle.
How's that water?
Rain of Destiny?
Yeah, it's light. Cast the game. Cast the game, Mr. Caster.
Is rain water?
I thought it was like a heavenly rain, you know? It's a metaphorical rain.
Oh, Chain Frost, actually. This is looking okay with Yellow staying on to as well. False Promise, though. It's in time. Bails out Ace. Watson's fine with the Fate's Edict. They just cannot do enough damage. Maybe with the Echo Slam. Maybe. They're struggling to be able to finish off Quinn. They can't quite get him. Gaimin Gladiators, they got hit by so many spells, so much AoE, and yet they live through it all. They are just too far ahead. Liquid cannot break them.
Not enough damage in the tank, man. What are you laughing at?
I see you reading the spell.
There's no lore on that
indication
spell,
of
so we'll have to
Reign
get back
of
to
Destiny.
we'll have to get back to that one.
Have to get back.
I mean,
my
this
ass.
is... I'll tell you one thing. In this Glimmer Cape survivability meta, Oracle looks like a god. It
kinda
just does so much work. And you play these burst heroes like Lina. This is such a rough Lina game. You're trying to burst through so much magical barrier, magical sustain, tanky cores. It does not sound fun. That also did not look fun.
Shot through the heart. Tofu is to blame.
Yeah, you give lore a bad name.
I don't know. Nobody believes you on this. By
Somebody
the way. You're
does.
trying to turn this around on me.
There's one chatter out there who's like, yep.
You messed up.
Yep,
on
I'm with that
rain
dude.
being water. Oh. Nisha with another invisible LSA.
You can have a metaphorical rain. You can rain anything.
Yes.
Right? I can make it rain. Okay, so Austin, if I go to the club,
rain coming down.
if I go to the club,
there's water puddles on the ground.
and I make it rain, I'm just throwing water out on people. That's what I'm doing.
You ever said you couldn't have metaphorical
Exactly.
rain?
So why can't Rain to Destiny be something other than water? That's all I'm saying.
If you go to the club and you say, I'm gonna make it rain, and then you start you start throwing water bottles around and water is falling from the sky. Mickey, another tormentor.
We'll shelve this for another day. I'm not gonna concede this point yet.
Why? You're insane.
4K now. 4K gold on Nisha, man. He is saving some money. Probably for whatever hero he plays next, because I don't know if anything he buys right now is... I mean, I guess you just go E-Blade for the damage. I don't think Lincoln's is doing anything here. You need some DPS, because Gaimin are about to push your base with some tanky boys.
Yeah, the sad part is Gaimin Gladiators, they're in no rush. They can methodically take their time, build up more and more of a net worth lead, play off of these Aegises.
I mean, it's weird that the games Gaimin have looked better and have been the ones they have slowed down.
Yes.
The games they try and play really fast and do all their fancy stuff just fall flat for them. These games where they just pick farming cores and just farm. They don't really make too many mistakes.
I mean, the faster you play, I think the more perfect you have to play.
That's true.
And Gaimin Gladiators has certainly not been looking that clean. Ace jumps into certain death.
I mean, that was crazy.
He was not aware of what was happening there. Watson, though, is sticking around for a pickoff.
The Lincolns, though.
Can he get Nisha? He needs somebody to break the Lincolns for him.
He needs Tofu here.
They might just be able to get to him. Tofu is about to show up.
It's too slow.
It's too close to the base. Quinn was almost there to Nisha. I think he has begun to realize just how close he was to death. Apparently, he laughs in the face of death.
He laughs when Ace blinks into all of them and gives him the one kill he's had in the last 25 minutes.
Yeah, 2, 3, and 1. That is not an inspiring KDA for Alina.
It's been a rough one.
I mean, Boxy 0, 10, and 4. That's
Yeah, it's also been a rough one.
it's even worse. Oh my god.
I mean, the irony of this game is it was Liquid giving Saberlight all the farm priority, and then he's the lowest net worth core. Like, they actually would have done better just sacking him.
Yeah. Did you hear Nat when she was talking about the post game one? She's talking about how she wishes, like, you know, Tofu was playing the bat right. I think she bring that point back again.
Radiant's middle tower.
Wish Tofu was playing the Bat Rider. Because it's not been a fun time for Boxy.
I mean, score doesn't say everything. Putting that out there, you know.
Yeah.
I think he's given it a good effort.
Well, 12 to... good effort. Good effort. Found the Oracle. Can they kill him in time? Nope. False Promise goes off. They kill the Bat Rider into return. The Chain Frost sticks around between the two of them. Think Malady might die to that?
Rain of Destiny. The waters will cleanse him.
Not quite enough. And sure enough, the waters keep him alive. Instania. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where are you, Instania? This is a 4 versus 6. Is he just throwing his life away in order to make sure everybody else gets out? How is there not in this game? Just run right.
There's no escape, Austin.
I guess so.
Age is still up for 2 minutes. Gaimin are entering your base. Assault Kuros done on the Huskar.
Saberlight, this cannot stand. I'm not going to be challenged by a measly 4 position like this. He sees red.
He got him.
He got his ass. Meanwhile,
right, level 20 talent.
Gaimin Gladiators got their racks.
We got to see an Echo Slam before we GG out at least, you know, like.
Oh, no, the Glimmer, it's too powerful.
Not like this.
Invisibility is invincibility still, though. The Fisher looks too bad. An Echo Slam on the two of them. They finish off Ace now with the lasso on to Quinn. See if they can seal the deal and take away his Aegis.
So tanky, man.
It takes so much, but they finally get 1 life.
There's no false promise for 9 seconds.
No false promise. He's not sticking around to get off of Fate's Edict either. They have the control necessary. They will finally bring down Quinn and his monster kill streak.
And just like that, Liquid are back.
Well, they're still down 15,000 net worth. But
From the dead, Austin.
okay, yeah, they're...
That was quite a throw, to be fair. That is not a fight I think Gaimin had any business taking in that fashion. It's a decent chunk of gold to throw away.
The question is, what can Liquid do with it?
Well, they got a full E-Blade for Nisha. He's starting to heat up.
Okay.
You can keep finding a couple more pickoffs. You can swing this net worth pretty fast.
Listen, I'm down with the saying Liquid is back once they kill
Dire's
Watson.
middle tower is under attack.
Watson
is currently 4-0-9.
He has a lot of gold as well. He's already level 25.
Level 25, he's got the Dragon Blood, HP regen, so...
You gotta buy something here, 5k gold.
He has 79 HP regen a second.
Pretty good.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, I think the biggest bright side for Liquid right now is that
Scanning.
Oh, they're just going in?
Gaimin Gladiators are holding this high ground. Baiting out Alina Illusion.
I mean, Boxy, he says, I'm only 0-11.
And they know it's an illusion.
You ain't gonna get me a 12th time.
He's just going through the trees, trying to find his opening. Watson went in through the side. Got off his BKB, though. And he's trying in melee for him to finish off Mickey. Mickey gets off his BKB. They've lost their supports. They are on their way out. Liquid will get their cores out, leaving their supports to die. Gaimin Gladiators well ready for that one.
You ain't gonna get me a 13th time. I'll tell you that much. Nobody kills Boxy 13 times in a game. That was your lucky break game. This game has been so rough.
Tofu's just following around with the Shadow Blade. It's about to expire just in time for Watson. Nope. Flying through the trees.
Oh.
Blinking after him. Got him on the Rod of Atos. That should be his death, surely, right? Ace.
No roar.
Oh, no. No roar. And Nisha into the trees. Flame cloak up. 10 seconds. Spot him for a second
That
there.
sped him up.
It did. Ace.
Still no roar.
Still no roar. Flame cloak. 3 seconds. Meanwhile, Melody gets caught in the side here. Nisha's ready to fly away into the trees, off the map. No, Deadshot stops him. Meanwhile, Quinn is being kited around.
What is happening?
Can he 1v3? Sinister Gaze stops his leap out. Meanwhile, Nisha does die. They trade out heroes.
How was Quinn here
Dire's top tower.
when all that was happening?
Sound like a cartoon character there.
Bizarre exchange.
I have to assume that they TP back and Liquid pushed out and caught them as the other two were trying to back away.
No,
or
Quinn
TP
was at
out.
their base, dude.
Well, that's silly.
Like, he is literally right out. He died right outside their tier 3, just pushing up. TP available. Rough death for him, because you got to be eyeing this next Roshan, trying to get map control. So that's a good trait, ultimately, for Nisha. He wastes a lot of their time. They get the bigger kill in the Huskar. Got the Oracle as well. I mean, maybe he was banking on the Oracle bailing him out, but Malady got caught. And now, in theory, Liquid could get Roche here, depending on the spawn timer.
Well,
in their mind, you know.
if Roshan couldn't spawn for another 50 seconds, Gaimin Gladiators, they'll all be up by that time.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But maybe
got a gem out
they'll
of
be
that
able
too.
to contest for Roshan because it's on Radiant side.
Also, Boxy got an A on this, so you ain't gonna kill him so easy this time around.
Yeah, not gonna kill him 13 times. Something tells me he's probably gonna die again. I don't know why I get that hunch, but
They have double gem. This game is weird. Lincoln's now done for Mickey as well, so they have double Lincolns. And Bloodstone for the Bristle, so 3 big defensive items on these 3 cores. A lot of extra HP coming through.
yeah. With the gem that they took away from Malady, they'll have really good ward control. It is gonna be a fast Roshan.
I mean, good Glimmer Cape control. That
That
you
is
should be
actually a
thinking
good
about
point,
it.
yeah.
And they have a really good high ground ward if Gaimin just walk into it here. Send the boar in first. No, they'll send Quinn in first.
Quinn goes in with his Glimmer Cape. They see him. Fisher onto 2.
Oh, positioning
Echo
is so
Slam,
good.
blowing him up. No, false promise does manage to go off. Quinn is going to be saved, and the damage output from Quinn and Watson is just too much for Liquid. They crumple under the pressure.
That was so close to being amazing for them, though. If Mally doesn't not get that save off, that's a very rough fight. He was incredibly clutch with it. Boxy did live.
That's very important.
His cores are so tanky.
Yeah,
Like, are you getting a better fight than that? You had a fissure block with 2 cores jumping in. You chain stun both of them.
I mean, you just can't burst him fast enough. You have to kill the Oracle. There's no way you kill one of these cores and Malady doesn't get off false promise.
That was very close.
And as a result, they will lose a second lane of barracks, and Gaimin Gladiators can back up to do Roshan. Though Watson wants to try and finish the game, seeing if he can get a cheeky little pick off inside their base, but no.
All right, well, on the bright side for Liquid, they got to 25 on the Lina, which is a big talent.
Yes.
And he got an Amp Damage Rune and Timeless Relic. So this Lina, in theory, is peaking damage-wise right now. It gives you a lot more single target burst if you can find a similar team fight and someone can check the Oracle in the back.
Yeah, he'll be very tanky with the barrier that he gets.
And they're just going to YOLO this fight. They need Mickey here for sure, though. He's going to have to TP in, which...
If they could somehow get here with their AoE stuns that they've got, Fisher, LSA.
Mickey just
get outside the pit. Fisher stun on 3. Tofu. He's going to be in a bit of trouble here. Chain Frost going around. Meanwhile, Quinn's going to be kited. There goes the false promise. He wasn't able to get the jump, though. At the same time, the Chain Frost is still going. Watson taking some damage from that one. Tofu didn't die for it, though. Tofu's now going to take the Laguna Blade and finally go down. But it's a support, and Nisha is surrounded by cores, and he is slowed down to a crawl, trying to get over the trees, but he's burning, turn around. Looks like he's not going to take out. LSA goes out to try and help out Saberlight. The Lina does end up dying. He burned down to Quinn. It saved Saberlight, though.
See how much Quinn wants to push this, or just concede and go for Roche.
Yeah, just go for the Roche, I feel like, at this point. You've got it for free.
That is such a close fight for Liquid. If they get Lina out of there, it's not that bad, all things considered. But he just takes out to the burning spears. Every time, these spears have finished people off.
I guess my problem is they get the Lina out. It's still Roshan for Gaimin Gladiators. Can't stop that.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, this is going to be tough, because now you have Aegis on the Huskar, you got a Refresher Shard, you got Cheese, you can even cheese someone in a false promise or something.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot more that Liquid have to fight through now. Backs against the wall, this game too. Boxy did not die, though.
Thank you for the update. The Boxy update. That coveted 13 deaths still on the table.
He's hunting. Blink on, blink on, blink.
Who's hunting who? Watson. The first sign of heroes, he runs at him. He is not scared of anything or anybody.
And Gaimin got one of the gems back, I believe, so it's also pretty nice for them.
Aghanim Scepter for Quinn. Hard counter to the Bristleback. Good counter to the Earthshaker, too.
Yeah, that's like the big pickup here that could really just cinch the game for them.
I mean, Burning Spear duration is such a sick talent.
Yeah, he is a menace. You really cannot ignore this Huskar anymore. Not that they have been, but he just can create so much havoc on his own.
You get hit by one spear, it lasts 15 seconds. That doesn't seem right.
That's not right. That's wrong.
Still doubling up on their kills. Gaimin Gladiators going for the final blow here. Pushing up to the tier 2. Liquid spread out around the high ground here. This is where they want to make their stand, not inside the base. Watson thinking about making the jump on his Saberlight. He jumps to the back line, tries to go for the Lina. Meanwhile, the Bristleback,
Watson
they go
in trouble.
into him. Watson takes a lot of damage, but he got off his BKB Satanic, and Liquid are forced to kite. Still, though, just the act of kiting away, Gaimin Gladiators not too bad. Boxy with the Xeon Disc. It goes off. Echo Slam
that Echo!
hits on 3. Big hit from Mickey. Might have just won wanted for them, but still, with such a net worth lead, Gaimin Gladiators are pushing through. It is still up to Liquid to kite back.
They are kiting
Despite
this.
the excellent initiation,
Oh, they caught
Mickey gets
Mickey.
caught in the end. Watson, what a read from him. Doubles back and finds him in the trees.
That Echo Slam was just straight nasty. You got 2 cores and the Oracle, and you still can't win the team fight.
Still wasn't good enough.
You get the buyback out of the Oracle, but that's a consolation prize. I mean, just look at the damage. It's ridiculous. You didn't even get Aegis. I don't know what you got. Where'd all this damage go? Just into thin air. All the regen, man. These
It
heroes have
goes
so
into
much
the
regen.
Glimmer Capes.
Yeah, it's the Glimmers, it's the regen on the 2 tanky boys, the DK tank, a crap ton of it as well.
Time for round 2. Bristol back, grabbed. Forced to fight. Boxy trying to go in and find his opening on the lasso. Doesn't see it. Now he's the one caught as Watson jumps in after him and finishes him off. A buyback is available for him. Liquid are going to have to expend everything here at a prayer of stopping Gaimin Gladiators, but stuck inside their base. It's the perfect situation for Malady. He can easily get off Fate's Edict.
You got to get
False
around
promises.
somehow.
No matter how deep Quinn goes in, he can protect him. And Quinn, he mans up for it, loses his Aegis. There goes Watson and goes straight for Mickey, trying to deal with this Earthshaker. Meanwhile, the Lina has been left behind, and what a dead shot! Pushes in the Bristleback right to the midst of all the Gaimin Gladiators heroes. A Fisher to try and save him, but no, too much damage. Whether it's the Huskar or the Dragon Knight, Liquid can deal with neither.
Finally a lasso.
Into a tier 4. Quinn,
He's out.
he hops over to the creeps, and now his team, Echo Slam, can they finish him off? Did they
Four-man
finally
Fisher.
get this kill? They got him. Off the Fisher, it delays some of the defensive spells from Malady, who still has his false promise. A buyback, though, is going to be used, and Quinn, he wants to end it here and now. As much as Liquid can do on the first life of the Huskar, the end is surely coming for them.
Middle tower has fallen.
I mean, is it? They're a little tentative here.
I mean, without the Lina, they just run out of damage.
That's the thing, though. Does Gaimin know this Lina doesn't have buy?
I mean,
we know
he
that,
bought out
but
the
I don't-
Kaya.
I don't know if
so
they know,
if
though.
they clicked on him,
I mean, I don't know if you see Kaya and you're like, oh, he bought out Kaya. I don't know if that's a
I
thing.
mean, they're a losing team that spent 2,000 net worth.
I mean, you probably make the assumption you're probably confident to force this anyway. There's no Echo Slam. There's no Lasso. There's no Chain Frost. You got to just go, man. Dragon Form in 12. That's what they're going to wait for here.
Yeah, wait for the Dragon. I mean, they need mana. Beast has no mana. Watson has no mana. Tofu doesn't have much to work with.
Is mana water?
What? No. Don't be silly.
Reign of mana. I think, well, mana is a biblical term, isn't it?
Yeah, mana from heaven.
Hey, we're back in the game. Austin, about to end it.
I'm about to end it?
No, they're about to end it. Cast the game, Austin.
Okay. It's the tier 4s.
You just cannot say anything.
Sometimes I just like to, set you up for failure.
You're actually such a bad friend. Quinn on the front line. I'll do it myself, damn it.
All right, cast
No,
the game.
no, you do
No,
it.
you cast the game.
No, you do it, man.
Throne exposed. Gaimin Gladiators are going to end this game one way or another. Will it be killing Liquid or will it be killing the Ancient? It looks like why not both? False Promise goes out onto Quinn. He is indestructible.
Untouchable. Well, other than the 4 deaths. But nobody kills Boxy 14 times. As he will end this game 1-13 and
Hooray.
avoid the most